Hey, girl. Hey.
Oh, hi, Tasha. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Fine. I didn't know what I didn't know what happened to you. I thought you were just gone. I was gonna have to call Indianapolis
Girl.
PD. Like, hello, where is Tasha Marie?
Okay.
Hello, Indiana.
I was enjoying myself in St. Louis, Missouri. Now, it's not a place I want to uproot and move to. Like, I just took a small travel bag, no heavy luggage. But it was nice to get away. I enjoyed that. I
People
haven't done
were.
that
I was getting all
in
kinds
time.
of
Well,
comments. I was getting comments on my videos. Are you in
where are you?
Yes. People were looking for
Oh,
you,
girl,
Tasha.
they ready for this tea time tea.
Right. They like the dynamic duo.
Exactly. So it looks like we got 13 people in the room.
13. So we should have how many likes does that mean? That should be 13 likes,
It
right?
could be 13.
If you're
My
in the room
math.
now, I would imagine like when people come in the room when we start up a live, that's like our biggest supporters. So I would just really expect that they would just like the video right away. Like they would like it on the strength of us. But I don't know. Is that a fair thing to say? I'm thinking that
That is a fair assumption.
yeah, because I would think that those are like
Um,
our biggest supporters.
so really quick, I'm gonna address the people that have just come into the room. Hey, Miss Emma. Um, hey, Mary. The Goat Tray. Hey. Hey, Care Bears.
Hey, Care Bears.
Okay. All right, you guys. So yeah. So, Crenshaw, what'd you do this weekend?
Oh God, what did I do this weekend? I'm trying to think what happened. We went to a birthday party. My godson turned 5. So
Okay.
he turned 5 and what happened? We went to Spartanburg, South Carolina, where we packed no luggage. We went and came home. Like,
Oh, okay. How far is Spartanburg from where you at?
it was an hour, like an hour and a half or something. It's not far. It was nice because I told my husband, I was like, I like going for a Sunday ride. Like that, it felt like a Sunday drive, you know? So I was happy because we hadn't gone for a drive in a long time. So it felt very kind of like just riding out and having a nice time. So,
Right.
but what else did we do? Sunday, I did absolutely nothing, which was really nice. I didn't do a thing. I barely cooked. I don't even know if I could. I don't remember. It's like a blur. What else? I don't know. I'm trying to think, like, what did I post in my vlog? It's gotten that bad that I can't even remember, like, what I've done. I have to go back to the vlogs to
Well,
kind
yeah, when you're posting every day like that, it's hard to keep up. But we had a good time. My uncle retired from, I think he had been in this job. I know it's 20 plus years. I don't know the 20 what the other number, but it was 20 plus years. And we had a big old party for him. He has children that live in Arkansas and Alabama. They all drove down to St. Louis, and the party was Saturday, so we had a really good time. Before we went to the party, we went to the casino. I won $30. I thought I was rich.
of.
Girl, I won $30, baby. Cash out.
Right.
Because I had 20, so I won 10. And, so if you ain't losing, you lose.
Right.
So, and then we went after the party. My husband and I, we met his side of the family, his other cousin. So the party that we went down and was on his mom's side of the family, and her brother-in-law. But he has family that lives in East St. Louis, which is just like over the bridge from St. Louis. So we went to East St. Louis that night, and we went to the bar there. And girl, I haven't done that in a long time. So we danced and drank, and I only had one drink because I'm not a drinker at all. I had Malibu rum and pineapple juice. Like that's my jam. When I go out, that's what I order. I always forget what it's called. I have to ask him this. I said, "What's that? Something about the rum." He's like, "That's doing rum." So yeah, we had, and we only slept for a couple hours. So we started not feeling well, so we started leaving. But we had fun while we were there.
So Tasha, someone's saying that we're echoing. This is like every week. I guess we're always echoing.
Yeah, I don't know how to stop that.
Yeah, I know.
Who's echoing?
I guess I am. I'm the culprit this week. All right, so I won't talk. I'm gonna not talk.
No,
I have to talk.
Show if you don't talk. You gotta talk.
I have to talk.
Yeah,
okay.
You gotta talk.
I need I'm trying to do my best, y'all. You know what? Let me see something. All right, Tasha, I'll be back. Let me.
No, they're saying it's me echoing. Yeah, I don't.
Oh, really? Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what else to do. Because if I turn my volume down, I can't hear you. I don't know enough about the control panel to stop it. So I don't know.
How about now? Wait, I think you turned your mic off, Tasha.
No, I didn't turn it off. I just didn't say anything.
Oh, girl, I told you when I watch on the when I watch on the YouTube screen and not in the platform, girl, that throws me off every time.
So silly. Yeah, I don't know, y'all.
Okay,
so here's the thing, you guys.
They said say something, Tasha. I'm sure they could hear you now.
Something. Can y'all hear me? Yeah, I do hear like an echo. I do hear it on my end, but I don't know why that's happening.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean the one thing is, guys, keep in mind we are not in a professional studio, and this is like computer to computer, and unfortunately our sound's not always going to be great. But yeah, we definitely want you to hear us, but I'm
gonna try to turn my speaker down some. Maybe that'll help. So you guys, I just turned my speaker down some. Does that help at all? I know that's right, girl. Let's get some tea. You ready, Francois?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what's going on in celebrity news, girl? Did y'all hear about 50 Cent and his beef with Layla Kent, Randall Emmett? Layla Kent is Vanderpump Rules.
I thought he had a beef with you, Tasha, because I saw that he had a beef with like Tasha Marie. Was that you? Or was that?
No, that was Tierra Marie from
Tierra Marie.
Hollywood.
Okay, I was like, was that Tasha Marie? I was like, Tasha, why are you beefing with 50 Cent?
Girl, I wish I was beefing with 50.
I mean, they put so many beefs on you, Tasha. Like every beef is your fault. So I was like, wait a second.
Girl, okay.
Tasha's been gone all weekend. Now she beefing with 50 Cent.
Yeah, I've been trying to stroll these streets real quiet, girl. Every time I turn around, they take me from the left and the right. I'm like,
right.
Hey.
It was like, wait a second, now 50 Cent? Okay, so it wasn't 50 Cent, it was someone else. Okay. I know
No,
which
it was
St. Louis.
yeah, it was somebody else. It wasn't
Okay.
50. It was somebody else, girl. It's a couple of them
I
on the
didn't know if
street.
you was gonna be out there trying to
Okay.
get a beef going with Nelly out there in St. Louis. I was like, girl, leave them people alone.
Okay. Don't be like Nelly Hill. I don't want none. I don't want none.
Right, right. Okay, just
But
checking.
yeah, girl, I was I was in it. I was on the celebrity news the other. I think this was yesterday morning,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, damn, like, let me tell y'all something about 50. I don't know what's wrong with him, but he has some straight issues. Because 50 is always beefing with somebody. So from what I read, Layla Kent, she's on a reality TV star on Vanderpump Rules.
One of my
So,
favorite little reality shows, one of my guilty
and
pleasures.
I've never watched that. I mean, I've never watched it. Who is Vanderpump? Like, who is that? Is that
What? She is
yeah?
one of the, so when you look at like the OGs of the Real Housewives, you look at like Nene, you look at Teresa Giudice, you look at Vicky Gundelson, the ones like the OG Real Housewives. Lisa Vanderpump, she's a restaurateur. She owns a bunch of restaurants with her husband. They're very wealthy. They live in Beverly Hills. So she's on the Beverly Hills franchise. And Lisa is so, Lisa has so much going on that Lisa had a spinoff called Vanderpump Rules, or because she's got these restaurants where she's got like, attractive young people working in a couple of her bars and restaurants. And she actually created a reality show around those kids. Layla Kent is one of the girls that works at her restaurant, Pump, which is, no, she doesn't work at Pump. She works at, oh God, which one is it? It's the Villa Blanca, I think is the name of the
Oh, okay. And this is in Beverly
Villa
Hills.
Blanca. So yeah, she's got like 5-6 restaurants, a bunch, all around LA, beautiful restaurants. So yeah, Layla, Lala works in one of those restaurants. So just to give you that, but yeah.
Well, girl, from what I understand, so Randall Emmett, which is Layla Kent's fiance, I guess in one of the reality episodes, she was bragging. I don't know if she was bragging, but she was conversating about the fact that she gets nice gifts from her rich fiance by doing extracurricular activities in the bedroom, right? So 50 sees this. So her fiance is Randall Emmett, and Randall Emmett is an executive producer of Power. And anybody who knows 50, they know Power is his show, right? So apparently Randall Emmett and 50 were in some type of business deal that stemmed from a few years ago, and he said that 50 said that Randall owes him $1 million. So, girl, so when I guess 50 sees the episode, and so he goes on his Instagram and he starts blasting Layla, talking about you give good dome and just saying all kind of explicit things to this lady. So she goes back, she retaliates, and she was like, you're totally against the whole Me Too movement. If anybody's ever been affected by 50 or people like him, I'll back you up. So they're going back and forth on this Instagram beef, girl, and even Chrissy Teigen, like she got involved and she was like, oh, make sure I don't ever step on 50's toes. Well, Randall Emmett, I guess Layla goes to Randall, was like, look, you need to keep 50 on Instagram. Girl, 50. So Randall texts 50 and was like, 50, man, chill out. Like, okay, I know I owe you some money. Like, that wasn't the exact words, but I'm just paraphrasing. He's like, look, I know I owe you some money, but chill out. You making my girl upset. Like, I guess they had just had dinner like a week prior to this. He's like, I asked you to be in my wedding. So 50 was like, F your wedding, give me my money, F your broad, I want my money. So 50 goes and says, Randall Emmett was like, 50, man, you killing me. Like, chill out. Like, don't do this. You're doing this, out in public. It's bad for the brand. 50 was like, no, what's bad for the brand is if you don't give me my money, I'm going to bust your head. Like, he was getting real gangster with this man.
Mm-hmm.
Some girl, the next thing you know, he gets another text from Randall Emmett, and he was like, 50, this is too much. I'm going to the hospital. I think I'm having a heart attack. And then 50 was basically like, don't die until you give me my daggone money, right?
Uh-oh.
So apparently when Randall Emmett was texting 50, he misspelled the name. He was like Fofty, Fofty. And girl, so everybody was like hashtagging that on Instagram. So 50 goes, he owns G Unit. So he goes and makes some shirts that says, I'm sorry, Fofty. And girl, he's made like over $300,000 just in a couple of days on selling these shirts. So when I saw the update yesterday, the update was that Randall Emmett has paid 50 some of his money, not all of it, some of it. And basically, 50's like, look, I ain't letting this die till I get all my money. I want all my bread. So I was just like, okay, that's deep. Like, why is you taking, like, y'all supposed to be professional men? Like, why are you taking your business ventures in a public forum like that? Like, I didn't get why.
Well, you know what that's called? People feeling like they don't have to pay you back.
I'm on line. Which one?
Yeah. Sometimes people owe you money and then they don't want to pay back. So,
right.
Okay. You know what I mean? Like maybe 50 doesn't need the money, but he was just like, you know what? Enough's enough. Stop playing. You came to me when you needed something and I want my coins back. That's how rich people stay rich. And give me, I want my money back.
Yeah, because clearly $1 million could be nothing. $1 million to 50 is probably like $500. But money is money.
But $1 million at the end of the day, even if you're a billionaire, $1 million is still a lot of money, even though he may not miss it. But it's not a gift. And you give someone $1 million, if 50 has to pay taxes on it, that's money he earned, that's money in his bank. The taxes on $1 million, they say rich people are in the 40 and 50% tax bracket. So now I've paid $500,000. So really, when you look at it, that's $1.5 million. Return my money, please. I earned it. I had to get up on stage. I had to be away from my family, or whatever the case was to earn it. I did it. It's mine. Return it. You know what I mean? So you said you wanted to pay me back. You know what I'm saying? So it's called getting your money back. That's like when that person did.
It's called paying your debt. You got to pay your
debts. If you pay your debts, you don't have to worry about being called out on Front Street. So that's just a message to all you guys out there. If you owe someone some money,
right?
Huh?
Like how you gonna hire? I said, how you gonna hire for 50 and you're the executive producer for his show? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like you just don't answer the phone.
Well,
like
y'all
working together.
There's some people out here who don't feel like you're rich, you've got money, I don't have to pay you back. Just like someone could borrow $1,000 or a couple, people are borrowing money and they feel like, well, you're fine. I'm in a worse situation. I don't have to pay you back. Like I said, don't find yourself being put out on Front Street. Best thing to do is not borrow. But if you have to borrow, stick with the timeline of paying people back. That's just a public service announcement for everyone on the live tonight. Don't get put out on Front Street for not paying your debts.
Especially $1 million.
Especially $1 million, but even $100, pay your money back. Okay, all right, Farrah. Excuse me.
Hey, Farrah.
Farrah put in
y'all, and it just keeps getting like, I don't know. Let me tell you something. If I had money, baby, I would find better things than to be sitting around picking with my co-stars or whatever, just picking feuds. So y'all, I know y'all heard about Nene Leakes and Portia Williams. Girl. So, you know what? Let me tell you something about Real Housewives of Atlanta and don't get me wrong. I like Nene. I like Nene more in the beginning. The Nene now, I don't really care for it because Nene comes off as a bully to me. Like she feels like she's better than those girls that working side by side with. I don't know. She's quick to brag about how much money she has or how much money she's worth, and it just Nene was the person that came from nothing, and came up on something, and um so apparently her and Portia got into it again, like they always do, but this time it got really, really deep to where there was an incident. So right now they're in the reality show, and they can tell you how deep Real Housewives of Atlanta was this season because they had a three-part series to the reality show. Okay, and girl, so Nene, at the being the bully that she is, goes. So Portia has her baby, right? She had a baby, I believe it was a month or so ago. She had her baby. Nene goes on Instagram and basically put a comment up there that people was taking as her shaming Portia, right? Well, I guess the reason why she put that up there because in one of the episodes, Portia and Nene got into an altercation to the point where Portia took off her belt and something about something on her belt flew off and hit a cameraman and he ended up having to go to the hospital. So Portia was talking about it, right? So she's on Instagram talking about it. So next thing you know, Nene sends Portia a cease and desist letter. So I guess those are the big thing in Hollywood when you want somebody to start talking about you. Like I gotta give me some cease and desist letter. Somebody might send me one. But I know that's a big thing in Hollywood.
Well, if you are saying things that you don't necessarily have proof of, and maybe she does, but if you don't want a lawsuit because maybe there's a conflict with the contract on Real Housewives. I mean, I don't know what the grounds are for the cease and desist, but if there is some kind of a conflict with maybe the rules of conduct or maybe something that she's saying can't necessarily be proven, doesn't mean it's not true, but you don't have any proof, and it's something that I can take you to court for, or at least give you a hard time, Nene's like, don't play with me.
Well, girl, apparently Portia, I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't really watch Real Housewives of Atlanta this season because it's starting to get boring for me. It's not as interesting as it was the first 4 or 5 seasons. A lot of those women are on there don't have any storyline, like Cynthia. She don't have a storyline. Like I don't even know why she's on the show because she's boring. Like when she was going through the stuff with her ex-husband, that was interesting. But now she's dating back and forth. Yeah, it's no storyline there. And,
I mean, what was interesting, they should have been talking about when Peter got arrested in Miami for crimes in Louisiana. That's what they needed to talk about.
Exactly. And they always allege that Peter was a cheater. Cynthia swear up and down he wasn't, but of course only them two and whoever they was cheating with would know. I was kind of off of Peter when they first got together, when they were trying to get married, and the mom and the sister was trying to prevent Cynthia from getting married. You know what I'm saying? Like the hid and all that stuff. Like when they did that, that showed me that something was going on between them two that the mom and sister obviously knew about. Of course, that we as the public, we didn't know about. But it was just I just had the feeling when they got married that it wasn't going to last that long. They just didn't seem like they loved to me. It just seemed like it was made up. It was fake. I just didn't. I
think Peter really liked Cynthia a lot. I mean, she was a beautiful woman. She had some money. Here she is. They're getting married. She's getting ready to come down to Atlanta to do the Real Housewives. I think that Peter got a level up by marrying Cynthia. He got the come up for marrying her. And
yeah, because he was able to open a bunch of those restaurants with her money.
Right. So Peter leveled up. I think Peter was definitely enamored of her. He would look at her with the starry, googly eyes. Cynthia even called herself the runaway bride. that she was, you know, she'd been asked to be married several times. Lots of men have, you know, tried to court her into being their wives and into being their wife. But she never settled down with anybody. And it's interesting that she would settle for someone not like Peter. I mean, I don't know Peter Thomas, and I don't know if he's a good guy, bad guy. He does own a restaurant here in Charlotte called Sports One, and it used to be what, Bar One or something in Atlanta, but he's got a restaurant here. It's like Club One and Sports One or something. He's got like 2 or 3 restaurants here in Charlotte now, and I guess they're okay. People say the food is really good, but I haven't been. So, but you know, Cynthia may have liked him. Maybe she turned a boyfriend into a husband. You know, that goes on a lot on YouTube. So why wouldn't it go on with celebrities? You know, lots of people turning, you know, boyfriend material into husbands rather than husband material into husbands. So,
well, I know Stacy, she's saying in the comments that they're asking Tamar to be a part of the show, but I don't know how that is. How is she a housewife? Her and Vince ain't even together anymore. But
well, who wasn't a housewife? Gosh, when Kenya Moore finally became a wife, she's off the show. So there's plenty of women who are not housewives on the show. Who?
Yeah, Kenya's supposed to be coming back. Phaedra's supposed to be coming back. Which I like Phaedra. And Kenya, yeah, I'm kind of on the fence with Kenya. Yeah, I was just kind of on the fence with her. I don't know.
Like Kenya.
Huh?
You know, and I'm not bashing Kenya. I don't like Kenya. I know some people love Kenya Moore, and she's beautiful. There's no doubt about that. She's a beautiful woman. I don't like Kenya. I don't like Kenya from the first season with her Gone with the Wind Fabulous. I don't like how she operated. She came off so desperate that first season when they all went out of the country, and she was flirting with Apollo, and that struck me the wrong way, because I tell you what, there would have been some hair pulled out. There would have been some arguing and fighting if somebody was flirting with my husband on a couples trip and you have no man and you're coming on the couples trip and then you're causing trouble flirting with other people's husbands because you don't have one and mine's cute. Like, we would have a problem. I still don't like that. So.
Yeah, but you know what? Kenya did bring a lot of controversy to the show. Phaedra did too. Although Phaedra, a lot of people said Phaedra did a lot of lying. I just think Phaedra, by her being an attorney, she knew how to keep her business discreet. So because she wasn't telling all her business, people felt like she was lying. And what people got to understand about reality TV, YouTube, or any other, like you put out what you want to put out. You don't have to put out stuff just because people is curious about it.
Right.
Because you know, by her being a reality TV star, she don't have to put all her business out there. Like, she ain't got to show her bank account. She, like, when she was the man that she was allegedly dating while what was her husband's name?
Apollo.
Yeah, while Apollo was on his way to jail, when he went to jail, Mr. Chocolate, you know, everybody was insinuating who Mr. Chocolate was. And Phaedra's like, she was probably the type of girl she didn't kiss and tell.
Well, no, they were saying she cheated on Apollo with Mr. Chocolate, but that was not true. Yeah. Well, according to her, it wasn't true. And I guess anybody who's got the documentation, go ahead and prove it. But according to Phaedra, it wasn't true. Just like according to Apollo, he wasn't doing anything. Look, they're grown and nobody's in the marriage but them. You know, of course, and we already know this, people start rumors on Real Housewives to create storylines. And again, like I said, we see that all the time here on YouTube. The rumor starts and it's a storyline. This is the recipe, guys. This is how reality shows work.
Yeah, because all it takes is one person. It don't take 5. It takes one person to say one thing, and baby, it'll go like, whoo, you know.
Well, yeah, because someone could say something in the chat room right now, and they're going to say you and I said it because it showed up in our chat room when we don't even know what people were even talking about. And someone could say something and then someone misses the thread and answers, and then someone's like, what did you say? Did this, that, the third happen? And next thing you know, there's like 50 videos about something that really was a misunderstanding in a thread that someone, you know, wasn't catching up with the threads on. And now, you know what I'm saying? So this stuff happens, guys. This stuff happens every day. You guys see this every single day right here on YouTube. It happens right in our favorite reality shows every day, all the time.
Well, you know what? Like I said, whoever they bring back, you know, they need to pick up the storyline, because the storylines are kind of tired. I know Nene and Greg are talking about divorce, which, you know, they've already been divorced once and remarried. So to hear that, I'm not surprised. You know, I just think Nene feels like, I don't think she loves Greg the way Greg loves her. That's the perception that I get when I see them together on camera. That's the perception that I get. I could be wrong. Well, you know, because I'm not in that relationship. I'm not in that house. But yeah, so if they bring Tia and Phaedra back, baby, I can't wait to next week, because that's gonna be hot. Especially they bring Tutu on there too with her good ghetto self. Girl. Tamar is super ghetto.
Yes, she is, in a good way. So they're more like Bougetto.
Bougetto. Yeah, I like Tamar though. Don't get me wrong, I like Tamar. Yes. You know, I like a little Bougetto. You know, there ain't nothing wrong with that. But I like Tamar.
So do I. Tamar's funny.
Black China girl trying to change her image.
Who?
Black China.
Oh yes, of course. Well, she's a mother of two now. I mean, you got to clean her act up.
Girl, please. She gonna need more than a fake acceptance letter to Harvard's School of Business. She gonna need a breast reduction, booty reduction, and some other things.
Wait, don't talk about big butts. Are you kidding? It's okay. I mean,
don't get me wrong. Yeah, look,
you can still be professional.
Yeah, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying, you know, for her image is her big booty. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's, you know, because as you know,
she needs to stop clapping it. That's what she needs to do, because you know, there's a lot of us out here with the you know, ample behinds. So, you know, she might want to stop clapping it and figure out other ways to make money, and then that will help clean up her image, because there's no point trying to keep your image and you still working in the club, doing a certain type of job, and expect that you are now going to be looked at as Betty Crocker. That's not going to happen.
Well, she also might need to stop trying to date 18-year-old boys, you know. When she was trying to date that one guy, YBN Almighty or YBN somebody. When I was like, oh my God, he looks my son's age. He was like, he about 10. You know,
how old is Black China?
You know what? I think she's in her 30s. To be quite honest, I really don't know.
Let's see. I don't think she's 30 yet.
Know how old Black China is?
I don't think she's 30.
Mama 26.
Born in 1988. Okay, so she will be 30 on the 11th. She, according to Wikipedia, she was born on May 11th, 1988. So she's 29.
Okay. Yeah, but I mean, 18.
Yeah. You know. Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah, but you know, I do know that her and Rob have in court. They have it's a court order that Rob doesn't have to pay child support. So I don't know what's that about. I'm like, girl, how y'all figure that
out? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure how they work that out.
I bet you Chris Jenner behind that.
No, and it's possible. It could have been I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know what the stipulations are. I guess we need to read. I did not read the support options. So I don't know what she's getting, what she's not getting. Did she get a lump sum? What but we know that Dream will be well taken care of no matter what. I mean, um, you know, they're gonna take care of that baby.
The show when it came out that Rob in China. Did you get a chance to watch it?
Mm-hmm.
It was
I
very
watched all of it. Huh?
Did you like it?
It was okay. Yeah, I mean, it was it was two people in a very dysfunctional relationship. I mean, they were not they were young acting. I mean, I would say they're young acting. They were just acted like a dysfunctional couple. Two people that I don't want to say love to hate each other. They probably look, Rob is a very insecure person. Maybe even Black China is. But Rob, I think, probably felt like he was dating a little bit out of his league. He probably did not trust her. I think he probably didn't trust himself. I mean, Rob's been known to cheat. I mean, Adrienne Bailon says from The Real said that, they broke up because Rob cheated on her. So Rob has had his share of, cheating. So he's not completely innocent in this. I don't know that he was cheating on Black China or not, but I know that he just came off as that insecure guy. He had gained a lot of weight. They say drugs was involved. It was a lot. There was a lot going on, lots of dysfunction. So you can't really expect to have a positive relationship when you guys are doing so much. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, it just when they got together, when I have realized they were together, it just didn't seem like a good match to me. Rob just didn't seem like the type of guy that China would go after, especially after her having, dating and having a baby with Tyga. And then she ended up Rob, like Tyga and Rob, they're like two different type of personalities. But, I mean, they do say opposites attract. So I guess they're opposites attracting. So
yeah, that was interesting, those two. But look, if they've been able to pull away from each other and they're done, I mean, but you could tell there was some chemistry there. But I just think, China was probably super hurt by what Tyga did because, let's face it, the Kardashian sisters are tight. And when they want someone, it doesn't matter if you're a best friend or not. And China and Kim they were running around besties. And next thing you know, here is the baby sister over here, with her boyfriend. And Black China, just like how they cut off Jordan Woods, they cut off China, just like how Kim, when she was with Reggie Bush, they were hanging out with Kanye and what's her name? Amber Rose. And Amber's like, Kim was cheating with my boyfriend behind my back and pretending like she was my friend. So when Amber Rose says she hates Kim, I understand. All these girls, Trina was out here minding her own business. Trina, is good friends with Lala. Lala is best friends with Kim. And here she is all of a sudden, oh, Chloe's dating French Montana. I mean, there's been a lot of so I don't know. I mean, are they missing out on anything?
They are some roundaway girls, honey. They are some.
They don't. Yeah, that's like, girl, when them sisters walk in the building, you better hold on to your man or go ahead and get your coat from the valet, and go ahead and call it a night.
I know that,
because if you stick around a party too long and them sisters then step into the building, some kind of way, them girls have a way of captivating these men and you might.
Well, honey, they didn't stole the right ones. I can just they didn't stole the right ones from the right ones. Okay, because
Yeah.
let them come over here and try, baby. That's your because I them sisters wouldn't rest. Cause honey, you talking about stalking, baby? They wouldn't rest.
Well, you know,
They got the right ones. Like they got the right you got folks
well,
worried about their image. I wouldn't be worried about
remember,
mine.
I'm gonna give you a good example because I can't think of another one right now. But remember when Britney Spears stole Kevin Federline from Shar Jackson? We all know Shar
Oh,
Jackson,
yeah.
who was on the Urkels. What was that? Family Matters, right?
No, she was on Moesha.
Moesha. Okay. Remember,
Mm-hmm.
so same time period, but Britney was paying big money because when Kevin K Fed married Britney, he got all that money. All of a sudden, guess what? Those how many kids did he have with her? Like 4 or 5 kids?
Four, yeah.
Enough. Okay, I'm taking you to the bank, and that's what she did.
And
And
that's what she was supposed to do.
right,
Okay.
right, fair.
I would have actually, if I was Char, I would have shook Kevin's hand and be like, thank you. Like, if you was gonna, you picked the right one. Thank you. Like, thank God you didn't pick no bum. Yeah. Oh, yeah. She did the right thing. Francois. Oh, she's still here.
Sorry, guys, I was having a mom moment. I was having a mom moment. Can you hear me?
Silly Mommy for Life that sound like the Wendy Williams problem. Um, yeah, kind of, sort of, but it didn't last as long as Wendy Williams situation did with Kevin Federline and Britney Spears. But y'all, I'm telling you, karma is a mug. Now look at Britney. That she having mental issues, and you don't even hear nothing about her kids anymore.
Well, she's
Used
been
to
having
all,
mental issues. She's
huh?
been having. Remember, her father took over as her guardian. Probably it could be 10 years ago now. When she had to remember, she had the mental breakdown and she shaved her head. You know,
Yes, I remember that.
Brittany basically started out in the Disney, what was it, the Mickey Mouse Club back there with Justin Timberlake. And a lot of these kids that don't get a chance to grow up end up kind of like in a state of arrested development because all they're doing is putting on a show, but emotionally and maybe even spiritually, they never really get a chance to grow up. But you've got all this money and you can do and have anything. And I don't know, I think it messed her up. She wanted to just be normal, and which you're not. And I think she was having a really hard time. And I think for a lot of people, like, oh, really, whatever, that's stupid, that's not what it, but that's real. If you never had a chance, like you would hear, if you go back and listen to interviews from Michael Jackson talking about how, well, I never got to do this and I never got to do that. This is a grown man talking about what he never got a chance to do. And I think it messed him up. It messed,
Yeah,
and there's a lot of actors. And
why his house looked like an amusement park? Looked like it looked better than Disney World, Neverland. Like, yeah, I mean, you think about it, Ty Bridges, Gary Coleman, so many of the childhood stars. I don't know if you guys remember the Partridge Family, the little short chubby,
Danny Bonaducci.
Yeah, like his issues. Like, a lot of those childhood actresses and actors have a lot of issues, going into stardom at such a young age because they're forced to grow up. They're not able to, they're being home.
Well, they're clocking in on a job.
Yeah.
You got to clock in
and
on
then
a job at 7.
Exactly, so now I even heard, Kim Fields, she had made mention of that, by, hitting stardom at such a young age affected her too. I think it was her 3 years back where she was talking about that. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, it could be a problem. I just really think it depends on the type of management you have and the type of parents that you have. You
Right.
know, if you got some people, you got parents that are not slaves to the money and really, care. You got some that will literally sell their kids. So they're selling
Right.
them out.
Well,
That
I
happens.
mean,
That
that's a
happens
perfect
out.
example because a lot of these parents, and we don't have to get into a whole Jackson conversation, and I'm certainly not here to bash Michael Jackson, but all of these parents who would drop their kids off for evening with Michael Jackson, and the parents are getting, weekends at the Ritz, and we're going to give you a parent what I mean, you can go do whatever. Your kid's coming to spend a weekend with Michael Jackson, and you find out that your kid, what the things that were happening. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
there's people who
somebody in the comments was like, Will Smith's son. Look at
Mhm.
him. Yep, that's another example. Just super weird for no reason. I mean, there is a reason, but of course we don't know what the reason is. But I just think growing up too fast. Like it's a
Yeah.
such thing as a child growing up way too fast. You know.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
I know a lot of us was probably feeling like, well, I wish I had that problem to have access to that much money. But like the old saying go, y'all, money don't buy you happiness. You know.
Yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, girl, that was but yeah, lot going on with Wendy. I feel like I've been out of the loop on Wendy this week though. I don't know what's
Yeah, but did
happened.
you
Didn't they say
hear?
they called the
Did you hear
police
about
on
it? Yes,
didn't they
girl.
call the police?
Kelvin, aka Kelvin, went to go get his stuff. Wendy and her son showed up at the house. I believe it's the house in New Jersey. And girl, he called the police on them, not the paparazzi. He called the police on them. They said there was an altercation on the scene. I don't know if it was with Wendy and Calvin. I know the son wasn't involved, so I'm assuming it was Wendy and
I would have
Calvin.
hit him. If I
And
were Wendy, I would have gone into my closet and got one of my very expensive Birkin bags, one of those $15,000-$20,000 pocketbooks, and I would have bopped him on the head with that thing.
girl, I wouldn't, because I wouldn't have wanted to dent my bag, but I
Right.
would have took one of them shoes and bust him upside the head with it,
One
like
of those Christian Louboutins, one of those
exactly.
$1,000, $2,000 shoes.
Yes, honey, one of them red bottoms. Pop! No,
Yes.
right upside his head. Like, how
Right.
you gonna, yeah, I'm here to see you. Yeah, come on, get your SHIT. Let's go. Come on. Matter
Mhm.
of fact, you should have been on 10 years ago. You
Right.
know,
Yeah.
lucky I gave you 10 years while you in here talking crap, because he was talking stuff, talking about he wanted to be there alone. Alone? You know, a long time. You got a court order. You better get on out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Wendy did right. Uh, so what's else going on, girl?
Let me see. So, sad news. Our friend John Singleton, director of Boys in the Hood, passed away. Very sad news. Gosh, I'll just tell you, my mom had 2 strokes over probably about 15-year period. And let me tell you, when you hear that someone that you love has had a stroke, oh my God, it's the worst thing you could ever hear. And I don't know, I had bad feeling about it when I first heard about it. And then also, Luke Perry also had passed away from 90210. Any of you guys who ever watched that, but he was Brenda's
Love
boyfriend.
that show.
Yeah, he
Mm-hmm.
died like last month from a stroke.
Yeah.
But when John Singleton had his, it didn't sound promising. And then when they released that he was unresponsive earlier in the day, when they said unresponsive, I mean, pretty much I was kind of anticipating that they were going to say he was passed away, because if you're unresponsive, I think they probably released that just in advance of maybe I don't know if they pulled the plug or not, but if he was unresponsive, and they saw no signs of brain activity, they may have decided to cease medical treatment. I don't know if that's the truth or not. But it's very sad nonetheless. It's really sad news.
Well, you know what? To be quite honest with you, John Singleton, um, the director of Boys in the Hood, he put, Cuba Gooding Jr. on the map. He put Ice Cube on the map, on the map as far as with acting. It was very sad. He also had a couple other movies too. I think he did. Oh my goodness, what is that movie? I can't think of off the top of my head.
Oh, Poetic Justice.
Poetic Justice. Yes.
Mhm.
So and he had a very good track record, and at 51, at such a young age, he had so much life ahead of him. So rest in peace to John Singleton. He will truly be missed. I Boys in the Hood is an iconic movie. I
Mhm.
remember when that movie came out. Me and all my friends mobbed up to the movie theater to go watch it. And I to this day, when it comes on, I will watch it from the beginning to the end. I loved that movie. I really did.
So, just to give you a quick rundown, just to name a few. So, of course, Boys in the Hood. He also did the remake of Shaft. He also did one of my personal favorites, which is Baby Boy. Love that movie. Um,
Girl, love that movie. That's where
yeah,
I fell in love with Roger P. Henson on Baby Boy.
yeah.
Yeah.
But what people were saying is that John Singleton told stories that Hollywood was, ignored. And really, yeah, I mean, we hear about, I mean, of course, you heard about gun violence, you heard about gangs and things like that, but there were never any movies. I wouldn't say there weren't any movies. There were some, but also it wasn't just about a gang. It was about, some young guys that came from families. Maybe some families were dysfunctional, maybe some families were, I mean, so Cuba Gooding's character came from a two-parent household, I guess, that had split up. I guess the father and mother didn't make it, so the dad lived in South Central, the mom lived in like a fancy LA apartment. Cuba Gooding, we saw, I mean, Ice Cube, we saw his mom, was kind of, you know,
He was
she
on
was
drugs.
she was on drugs. She had a lot going
Mhm.
on. So I mean, he told stories where you lots of
Where people could
layers,
relate.
and
Hmm.
yeah, lots of layers. People could relate, things like that. And these are, it's sad. So I my heart goes out to his family because honestly, it's so he wasn't. I don't know that he was director on Poetic Justice, but he was producer. He also was producer of Higher Learning, and he also was one of the producers on Hustle and Flow. So I mean, Black Snake Moan. He left a tremendous legacy in terms of his filmography. Yeah. So sad news,
Oh,
guys.
okay.
Very sad. So
Yeah,
hmm?
go ahead, baby.
Oh no, it's just that's it.
Yeah, yeah,
What
but I
else is
saw
going
that. I
on,
was like, oh my,
Tasha?
I did know he had a stroke, but I didn't know that
Oh,
he actually died yesterday.
right. Yes, Monday. So did you hear? I heard about this, but I have not had a chance to do a lot of research on this yet. But Adele, with the beautiful singing voice, the British pop singer, girl,
Oh,
she married her
love him.
baby's father. I guess she was pregnant before they got married. They got married afterwards, and this is unfortunate because this happens to a lot of women who, maybe not millionaires, but women who start in their career, they make a little bit of money, they get with someone. This guy stands to get half of her fortune. She is worth estimated
What?
$180 million. She made an incredible amount of money singing, going on tour. Adele made a lot of money. and quietly, because I'm sure we all think of like the Lady Gagas and everybody, but Adele made, she's got a fortune, they say, of worth of up to $180 million. And this man that she's been married to for 4 years, who did not sing, who did not go through the pain of the songs, I think she made a lot of money because people were feeling those songs that she sang. And he stands to get half of her money.
So she didn't have a prenuptial agreement. Did you read that anywhere?
No,
I'm assuming she
in
didn't.
love, guys. She was in love.
Yeah, but be in love, baby, not in love.
This is gonna last. This is my baby's father. She probably thought.
I mean, okay, but if he, I mean, did he come? Like, was he, a jeweler, an artist? Did he have any type of money?
Starving artist.
Like, oh, okay,
he was just a regular. He was like a regular Joe. He was a regular.
Oh, okay. Well, you gonna have to be regular when this marriage is over. Sorry, boo. You're not gonna glow up on me. No.
Yeah. Well, he's doing more. He's
so note to all the ladies in the chat. If y'all got $5,000 in the bank when you get married, y'all do a prenup because you need your $5,000 when you're going in. You need that coming out. Okay. Okay.
One other thing too, I do have a follow-up on Soulja Boy. I know we talked about that. Was that on Easter? We were talking about what they ate and for Easter dinner. And Soulja Boy has been sentenced. He's gotten 240 days in jail for violating probation. That's what happened. So 240 days. Let me get my calculator out. Hold on. How long, Tasha? How long is 240 days, huh?
8 months. 8 months.
240 divided by, let's just say 30.
8 months.
Okay. I'm sorry. Sorry. That's a long time.
Girl, ain't long enough. He need to be in there for 80 months. Because, girl, Soulja Boy's so immature. Ugh, I can get on my nerves.
Yes. Well, he's got some time in the clinker, as they say.
When he was on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, I was like, y'all hurry up and write him off because he's irritating me.
Right.
Because he thinks he is so gangster. Like, boy, your song was, yo, how you gonna be a gangster talking about Superman? You know what I mean? Like, boy, sit down with your teenage.
Have several seats. Several.
Okay.
So what else is going on, Tasha? I mean, I think we got through.
K Michelle?
Huh? K Michelle.
Did you hear about K Michelle?
Look at my face.
Why you do that?
What is wrong with that girl?
Girl, K Michelle, she got them injections out her booty and it didn't went to her brain.
Right. Well,
I said, K Michelle, what is you doing? Girl, go sit down. I'm gonna say what you say. Go have several tweets.
Well, remember how odd she was on Love and Hip Hop back in the day, right? She was a little strange, don't you think? I don't know if you remember, but she was a little off back in the day.
Well, she said the reason why that was is because all the mental and physical abuse she sustained in the relationship she was in, and girl, they kill me with all these sad stories. They was drugged down the street by the ends of their hair, and now you on stage singing about it. Look, K Michelle went on to the Country Music Awards, ambushed the Country Music Awards in Nashville. They didn't even know that woman was there. She just walked up on stage, kicked the mic, and professed that she's the new Taylor Swift. Because she feels like country music America is stifling her voice. Like, girl, ain't nobody telling you that you can't sing country music on your album. Nobody's telling you that. Right. Now, will you get an award for it? I don't know. It depends on if the country music, the people who are lovers and fans of country music, if they embrace you. If they don't embrace you, then you don't get no awards up here in R&B.
Beyonce sang country on her Lemonade. That song, "Daddy Lessons."
Yes.
If you haven't heard it, which I'm sure everybody has heard it, if you have not listened to Lemonade, you need to get your life and go ahead and download it because it's amazing. But the song "Daddy Lessons" is definitely a country harmony. And I think the year that Lemonade came out, so not last year, the year before last, on the Country Music Awards, Beyonce sang "Daddy Lessons." And it's Black people can sing country music. It's just
Michelle did that because she wanted the controversy. Her name ain't popping in the streets.
Not at all.
So she needed her name to pop. She should have just went back on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. It probably would have popped that way. Like she didn't try several. She didn't went on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Love and Hip Hop Miami. Like Michelle just ain't popping like that. I mean, don't get me wrong, y'all. Michelle's voice is okay. I just don't like her attitude when she was on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
I think she has a great voice, but she might need to go and get herself some new management. I don't know who her management is, but when you look at someone like Fantasia's got a beautiful voice. Fantasia doesn't always have like a new record out all the time, but Fantasia stays on the road. Fantasia stays showing up to award shows. Fantasia is always on a red carpet. Fantasia is working. Okay. K. Michelle, you may not always have like a hit record all the time, but you got enough music to sing and do shows. If she would stay out there and keep working, I don't know. I mean, maybe you would see a different result. Everyone is not going to be Beyonce. I mean, you could ask Tamar Braxton that. Tamar's talented. I think Tamar wants to blow up and all that. Even Sierra was very popular 10, 15 years ago. Sierra has come out with records. Sierra's records are not popping like they used to. Her songs are okay, but they are not going to be instant hits because every day there's someone newer, younger, who can pop and lock and do all the dance moves coming out. So some of these girls have to just figure out either something new or stay true to, I'm just going to sing, or maybe go to Las Vegas. Look at J-Lo. J-Lo's not still trying to come out with records. J-Lo is doing her hits. She is still dancing around, going to Las Vegas. You see Britney coming out with anything new? But Britney stays selling out on the Vegas Strip. Britney, Janet Jackson. Janet tried. Janet needs to go back singing "That's the Way Love Goes" and go to the hits, Janet. Right. Oh, you know what? And you're giving me Janet with them hoops on tonight. Yes, that's what it was. I was like, what is Tasha Marie giving me tonight? Girl, you got that Janet going. Janet has enough hits. She doesn't have to come out with one more record. All she has to do is get those dance steps going, get on tour. That's all people want to see. Madonna. You think Madonna needs to come out with one more record? That's what K. Michelle. K. Michelle is not on the level of those ladies. But like I said, Fantasia, she's not even on the level of Fantasia. But like I said, Fantasia stays working. That's my point.
Okay.
Leave it alone.
Silly Mommy for Life says, speaking of Tamara, she just lost her niece from a heart attack.
Who's Tamara?
I don't know. You mean Tamara, baby? Yeah.
That's terrible.
Madonna came out with a new song. Oh, good for Madonna.
She needs to stop that. Madonna got so much music.
Yeah, Madonna is iconic.
Right.
She's beyond. Like she can go sit down and just sit in her chair and sip tea all day. Like she ain't got to do nothing.
Right. That's like Beyonce doesn't need to come out with one more record. Beyonce could stop now and go on the strength of everything she has and still be popping. for like the next 25
Exactly.
years. Like, look, Tina Turner. What if Tina Turner puts something out? I don't know, but I bet you if she came out saying she's doing a world tour, somebody's gonna show up. So
I don't. Somebody said.
are we gonna get the phone lines going?
Yeah, we can.
Does anybody want to talk and ask a question? Tasha, I'm gonna be right back. I need to put some more lights on. It's getting dark in the house. Hold on.
So you guys, we're gonna open up the phone line soon as Francois comes back. We're gonna open up the phone lines. If you guys want to call in and maybe talk about some of the things that we talked about tonight, or if you have some other news, that you guys want to talk about that we didn't cover, I mean, we don't know everything. Like, baby, we can't be everywhere. So maybe y'all been somewhere we ain't been. So if y'all want to talk about it, y'all can call in. Care Bears, can you put the call-in number in for me, please? I don't know if you don't have it, I can put it in. Just let me know if you don't have it. Yeah, you guys do. Care Bears suggested if you guys want to call in, show a hand, and when Francois gets back on, we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, Michael Braxton's daughter. Oh no, I didn't hear that. Did that happen today or yesterday? Because I didn't hear that. Okay, Care Bears, I'll give you the extension. Let me put the extension. Let me give y'all the extension.
I want to try to do right here.
All right, so there goes the extension. You have to dial that number that Care Bear just put into the room, and then you have to dial that extension behind it. It'll prompt you for an extension, and that's the extension. Oh, she had a heart condition. Oh, I didn't hear that. Okay. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that too. That's terrible. But guys, the number is 605-313-4100, and I'm getting ready to turn on the phone lines now.
This service is provided
Okay,
by
give me 1 moment.
There is one host in this conference. All participants are muted.
Guys, you know what that music means. This is our call-in portion. I hope I typed that in right, guys. Yes. Care Bears, can you hear it? Yes, guys, this is the call-in portion of the show. Say it like you mean it. Let me and Tasha know what's going on. Do you have any questions, comments, want to talk about any of our videos this week? Hey, ask me anything. We are here to take your questions and comments, y'all. Hey guys, I just want to say something. There are 34 people watching and we have 34 likes. So thank you. If you have not liked, go ahead and please like this live, please, because we appreciate it. Oh my God. Did you guys hear what my daughter just said? Stop it. Have a seat. Farrah just said subscribe to the mom sector, guys. So, whew, too much YouTubing around my 7-year-old, guys. This is too funny. Hi, Kiva. Kiva, you want to call in? Cindy Holt. Hey. Yes, I am Black on Friday. Thank you very much for that comment. She says, okay, well organized and orchestrated, grown folks. All I need is a glass of vino. Yes, girl, get you some and call in. We've had some good callers over the past couple of weeks. So I don't want to keep all this the elevator music on if no one wants to call. But if anyone has anything to say, y'all, we want to hear it. I'm Black on Friday. I'm drinking coffee. Oh, we have a call, guys. Let's see. Here we go.
The conference has been locked.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, this is Sammy D.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are y'all two doing?
Oh, fine. You said Sandy B?
Sammy, like Samantha.
Oh, Sammy. Okay.
Yes, Sammy. Yeah.
Hey, Sammy. How are you?
How are y'all? How are y'all doing? I love watching y'all's lives. I love watching y'all's YouTube series. But yeah, I kind of want to talk about the whole. Okay, the whole. I know it's always something every week about the whole Wendy Williams thing, but it's just like, you know, I think honestly the husband must be a sociopath.
Right.
Just to think that, like, just the way he's moving, just to think he's so entitled. And I noticed that with like a lot of men, not saying women can't be like that either, but I noticed a lot of men seem to be just have a weird entitlement. Like, you cheated on this woman for about a decade or so, more than that. Right. And you're playing the victim now.
Right. Because you didn't save money, because you didn't do what you were supposed to do while your wife was out here. And I'm sure he got a salary. He was executive producer and husband. So, you know, like most wives, you know, you're going to put a little aside for yourself. But if you're also working for your spouse and you're getting a salary, he should have been saving that money. He should have been saving for a rainy day, knowing what he was
too busy. He was too busy tricking off his money on his you know, his
the girlfriend. Pretty much. So yeah.
That girlfriend, and probably more that we don't know nothing about.
Now she might be the one who's got the money, because you know what? We know she got a diamond. You know, not that these are things that are good that she can retire off of, but we know that he's probably given her some gifts over the years. Maybe stuff we can't see. And if she's smart, she's probably been getting monthly deposits in her account. Homegirl might be sitting on a little, she might be sitting on an insurance policy that's paid for.
I think so. I think she seems like, you know, I don't know. It's something about her. She seems like she's been kind of cutthroat. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think she's just been sitting there, like, just waiting for him to come home so she can do whatever with him. I think she's been hiding. Like, so I definitely do think she's sitting on something. And I'm wondering, I've been thinking that other people have noted this too. I feel like, in a way, Kevin, whatever his name is, I feel like he was probably more into her than she is with him.
Well, for him to be seeing her for as many years as he was, and he could go and deal with anybody else he wanted to, and you could keep going back to the same one, that's a relationship. He wasn't just cheating. He was living a double life. Tasha, we got Sammy B on the line. Sammy.
Oh, Hey, baby, that was his PYT, his pretty young thing.
Yeah, that was like his wife number 2.
That literally was, like you said. I mean, guys can not saying all guys, but like we know how they are. A lot of the time, they can barely keep interest in like a regular person. He kept a mistress for this long. He must have loved it. Something was captivating about that girl or something.
Right, that was his boo thing.
It really was. It really was. The only thing. Well, see, that's the thing. Though I was gonna say, what is that saying? Like when the mistress becomes like the wife or the main person, a new position opens up.
Right. Yeah.
Like that kind of whole thing was like, or like my thing is like I feel like that might be the case, but then again, I don't know if he might be obsessed with her or something. Because like it's almost like now that it's just them two and everything's been exposed, I feel like the thrill is gone almost. It was probably fun for them to be sneaking around Wendy's back. Like that whole like little like it's not fun if you're not cheating is the way some people think. Just like how I remember the whole thing with not to bring this up, but this is what it reminded me of, like the whole thing when with Cardi B and Offset when she supposedly broke it off with him. Then a week later they was like somewhere scuba diving or some crap, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I immediately said that I bet you all these little side chicks and whatever, they won't even feel as compelled to sleep with Offset if she actually breaks it off with him, because it's not going to be fun anymore that you're cheating with somebody's husband.
Right.
That's a lot. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like, okay, now it's just a rapper. Like a lot of people think shit like that. You know, like it's just like I like the fact that I'm quote unquote taking somebody's man. You know?
Yeah, they like that. That gives you like street cred.
I heard that allegedly Cardi B was upset because her and Offset normally shared the women, and this particular woman he didn't let her in on that one, right? And that's why she was upset.
Yeah. Good. What the thing is, I felt like even with that, I'm like, you know, I feel a lot of like females, and I'm only saying females because I'm talking about like young women, young girls, and both like older women. They try to portray this whole little cutesy. I'm the cool girlfriend. I'm the cool wife. I don't know what type of, you can say whatever you want to. I don't know what type of girlfriend, wife would want to sit there and see another woman interacting with your husband or your man like that. Mm-mm. I don't think that was real. I think that was just her excuse to say, oh, okay, when I'm there, it's a controlled environment and I can see what you're doing. Now you need to leave. I can't see, like, just like men, no, I don't care if even if you are their little side piece, they don't want to think about you sleeping with somebody else.
No.
No.
And you know, once you get married, it's very different. Not saying that even if you felt that way, but when you get married, a lot of people want to discount marriage, but then you want to call your boyfriend your husband. But you're discounting it as if it's just a piece of paper. It's not. You are legally tied to someone. You are legally bonded. You are in the church. If you got married in church and that means something to you, then you are married in the eyes of God. You are building a future together. All of a sudden, it's no more just me. It's us. There's so many different things that when you take a marriage seriously that change. And I think what a lot of people got to see is a young couple who actually, I think, realized, okay, we are married. He, obviously he loves Cardi B. Obviously Cardi B loves him. And they look like they are, I mean, she seemed to be very hurt. You just had a baby with the guy. You're married. That's your husband. And that means something. And he's out here doing whatever he was doing. So, like I said, a lot of people discount it, but at the end of the day, publicly, yes.
Publicly, too. Just embarrassing her. Yeah. You know that makes me want to like just poke somebody's eyes. I was like, you're not just cheating, you're making me look stupid. Right.
Well, and I think, what Cardi did was that she took her husband back. I mean, I don't think she's going to be stupid and do this every single time he decides that he wants to fool around. But hopefully her making him look like, you know, he had to go around doing like the begging and apology tour, he might decide, hey, I don't want to do this anymore. Because, you know, at the end of the day, I don't care what any guy says. When a guy has his kid, you know, men are proud of their children and they're proud of their wives. And at the end of the day, when you've got a wife and you can say, you know, that's my wife, like, you know, how many times does Jay-Z want to big up that he's got the baddest, you know, chick in the game?
Exactly.
And yes, he's done stuff too. And I'm not one of these people who subscribes to every guy cheats. I don't think that that's true, but what I'm saying is it's a source of pride. It's almost like a trophy kind of thing. And I don't mean trophy in a bad way. I think that
I know how you mean it.
Other men,
it's just like you're proud. You're proud. Just like you can have a child. It's just like, oh, this is my child that makes straight A's. It doesn't mean you're like looking at the child like an object. But I'm very proud of what I have.
Right, exactly. So I don't know that he's going to do that again. I mean, they're very young. They're just in their early 20s, and I hope that they make it. Because, you know, the commitment, especially with being in their position, I'm sure is very tough. But hopefully if they are strong and they've got good people around them who support them as a couple, maybe they'll make it. So
let me ask you a question, Sammy D, while we got you on the phone. Were you able to look at any of my videos on the Secret Lies?
Yes, good question.
Secret Lies?
Secrets and Lies.
Yes, the video, Secrets and Lies, the video I did on.
You know what? I did. You know what? Hold on, because I think I was at work, because I usually have my earbuds in at work. And hold on, which one was that? I did see, because I think the image of the video wasn't just all words, the image of it.
Yeah.
Hold on, I think I have it on my watch history. Let me. Oh yeah, you mean Chrissy?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. I'm sorry. I just.
Hey, you give your opinion. Let me say this real quick.
You feel pretty much. Like, it was basically. It's yes. On one hand, it is her life. It's her business, it's her body, but you are presenting it on a public forum, and you keeping it quiet, no matter like you said, no matter if that's the same baby that you know, which I'm subscribed to her. I like Chrissy, I like my Jazzy Life or whatever, but I can still look at it and be like, Jesus Christ, y'all. Like, you know, like I can't. That's what the YouTube is here for. I don't leave nasty comments on anybody's video.
Do you watch Olivia videos? Do you watch Olivia?
Huh?
Do you watch Olivia?
No, I'm just not interested in that person.
Okay.
Like I know who you're talking about. She just seems like I feel like, at least with like, as much as like I want to shape, like, you know, Jasmine and then Chrissy, sometimes I feel like they're a little bit more genuine. From what I hear about this Olivia person, she just likes to be chaotic. You know, I get what I remember. I watched that video, Tasha, about you saying you can relate to her as far as kind of like, you know, whoa, you, 1 minute you say you're pregnant, then the next, you know, a month or two down the line, you had an abortion, and then months later you're pregnant again, and we don't know if that's the same baby or whatever, but at the same time, it's kind of like, okay, well, you kind of don't really come up on the screen just rubbing your belly, like, you know, and showing off different outfits, and I think you said, Francois, because I didn't even notice it until you said it, that I thought she was just trying on clothes. Like just different clothes when she did a little compilation. I didn't even notice that, oh, these are little shots she was taking from each time.
She had been, she was compiling the footage. Look,
I didn't even know that until you said that. I didn't even think about that. I thought she was trying on clothes.
Right, that she went and put on 20 outfits. But if you look at it, it's like, and it just happened to be what, like, you know, a lot of stuff has been going on the past couple weeks. So I've been watching Chrissy's videos more. And I remember the one day, and I didn't want to say anything because, of course, I'm not going to be fat shaming anybody. I've got weight to lose. Okay. So I'm not going to be, I would never.
That cool thing.
Right.
That thing. Because I remember I noticed it and I was like, well, I thought it was just, she didn't have about 700 kids, but it looked a little bit.
You said that I did not. I did not say that. It's 8 to be exact. It's 8. It's 8. Let's be straight on this record here, because I don't.
Yeah, I know you didn't
Yes.
say nothing bad.
Yes.
It was just like like, dang, why'd you do that? Shot,
right.
Chrissy?
And you
know?
wait. Can I set the record? You are a Chrissy fan. You do subscribe. You subscribe to Jasmine.
Yes.
You are a Chrissy fan who said that. So
Yes.
okay. But yeah, the day she was in the pool with the kids, I noticed when she jumped in the pool, I saw something. But honestly, I thought that was, I just thought that was Baby Belly from, she has not, what's it? Blaze just turned a year.
Mm-hmm.
And certainly everyone's snapback is different. And I did not even mention it. So I didn't think anything of it until I saw her in the bathing suit. And when I saw the bathing suit, it immediately, I was like, it just clicked in my head like, oh yeah, I remember seeing her belly that day, and it popped in my head, and then it popped right out, and that was it. But yeah, interesting.
Because you can't really. I mean, you can say something, but it's
I would
like,
never.
okay, I'm gonna take her word for it. Like she has a lot of kids. She probably, I mean, she's not like, I'm a workout every day. She likes to, have her mukbangs and everything. And it's just kind of like, look, I mean, I don't even have any
Lots
kids.
of butter
I don't
and
have a flat
sauce.
stomach,
Mm-hmm.
But you get that kind of like, kind of thing, But and this is the thing, and call me judgmental, whatever. But it's just like with both Jazzy and Chrissy, it's just like, okay, I'll talk about Jazzy for a second. It's just like, I get that you're stressed out, but how long are you going to dwell on how long you've been with Philip? A lot of people have been in toxic relationships for a long time. Then you got to get out of it.
Right.
This fool is over here in a whole prison, still trying to emotionally. He in a whole prison, trying to manipulate your mind. And how do you still fall for it? Why isn't your self-preservation kicking in and thinking, who is he? She said that he'll sit there the other baby mama talking about what she's doing. I'm like, why is he talking to her like that? I'm like, I don't. It gives me a headache. Like it irks me. It's not in a judgmental way because we all do, dumb stuff. But it's just like I don't get it once it's past a certain limit. Like I wish somebody would call me from prison, not saying whatever, but and talk about the next one. Well, I'm over here taking care of the 4 kids that we made. You know what I mean? Like, how do you not just hang up the phone? Like, I don't get.
Well, the reason why you don't hang up the phone is you got to understand, Sammy D. She's been with that man since she was in middle school. She was probably like 12 or 13 when she got with him. So
why
it sounds
like I don't get it.
Because some people have higher tolerance than others, right?
Oh,
so she might have a higher tolerance than you, Sammy. That's what it sounds like to me. She might you got to understand too. Like she just started vlogging a few years ago. We don't know from when she first had the baby up until now. We don't know what type of situation, what type of conversations he's had with her, be it manipulative conversations or what. Like we don't know. So it's obvious he loves this man because she's been with him for a vast majority of her life. And some people feel like that's a legitimate enough reason to go through what they go through. Some people don't. Some people be like,
I get what you're saying. I do get it. I just can't. I can't comprehend it. I just can't.
You can't comprehend it because you don't think that way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why.
It's sad.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully, wishing the best for her, because I hear this a lot on YouTube, woman empowerment. So in the spirit of woman empowerment, I am just going to send Jasmine all of the positivity that I can right now. And, just to let her know there is better out here. There is much better out here, and you can co-parent and you can find a nice man who is going to love on you and want to take care of you and be honest and not do crimes and not abandon his family because he doesn't want to do things the right way and all those things. There is much better out here for you, And I mean that wholeheartedly in the spirit of woman empowerment, of us uplifting each other.
She has to better her. Men can sniff out desperation and low self-esteem from a million miles away. She has that, so she has to also like better. It's almost like when people can see like you're a weak mark from like, hey, I know I can say some slick stuff to this person. That's why, like, I don't really like. I'm a nice person. Like, well, I can be evil too, but like, you know how there's those people who like, they'll try to joke with you a little bit too much, and it's kind of like, no, you don't joke with me like that.
Right.
So like me, I'm the type of person where it's kind of like I don't let people get away with too much, because you give them an inch, they'll take a mile. And I feel like Jazzy, she's the type of person where it's kind of like if the guy is just there, kind of thing.
Well, she said it herself when there was a video that she talked about, like, guys, Philip hadn't been here in a minute. He wasn't there. Yeah. She was lying. She said, go back and watch her videos, guys, because I'm not putting words in her mouth. That he was not around, that she had been lying, that, that he wasn't really around when she said he was around, because she was covering up for, kind of like Damo Wilson, when Damo was saying that, hey guys, stuff hadn't been good with me and Chrissy for a long time. And I'm talking about Chrissy Danielle, not Chrissy, mom of 8. So a lot of people put on these facades, and you don't see someone around, you think, well, maybe they're just gone to the store. And like I've said before in vlogs, you are seeing like this much of our lives. I'm showing you 13 minutes out of 24 hours. But I'm on live right now. You see my kid walking back and forth. You see my husband walking back and forth. People are not going to say, well, gosh, I haven't seen Francoise's husband in a long time. We live together. Like, we're together. We live together. He's around. He's gonna walk by. He's going to be watering the lawn when I'm walking out to go to the store. I mean, he will be around, it's not going to be like, hey guys,
if you're not a camera person,
right? It's not going to be like, hey guys, I know you haven't seen my husband in 3 months. He's actually moved to North Dakota and he's been gone for 6 months. Like, that's not going to happen. I'm just saying.
I wish it was right. And that was also like with Chrissy, it's kind of like, like and like she said, you do only see like a little fraction of the day, or a few days of everybody's lives when they did kind of do daily vlogs. But at the same time, if y'all live together, you're gonna see, even if they're not like, because me, I don't even like to take pictures like that. You know what I mean? But you're gonna see me in the background trying to eat some chips at some point. You know what I mean? You're gonna see me somewhere. The audience is gonna notice, like, where's this fool at? You know what I mean? And it's kind of like, which I know people are very hard on these, just black women in general. Well, let's be honest, like, we can't even blink right half the time without somebody saying something about us. But at the same time, like, I mean, and Tasha, you're still there, right?
Yes, I'm still here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like, I like you. Well, both of y'all are so nice about it and everything. Because I know y'all are really, like, when y'all do give, I feel like any sort of criticism y'all give is constructive criticism. It's not coming down on people. It's just more like I honestly do, like, with Chrissy, like, it's just like, I do feel like, in a way, she's addicted to having kids. Right, because it's something like, it's like, if you're in a situation where I would have given you 2 different baby daddies for you to have been like, okay, look, that's just because we're together for a few months and then we have a baby, it doesn't mean they're going to stick around. But you keep doing this. There's something, I don't care how a person thinks, there's something wrong with that. That's just
but let me say this, Sammy.
Yeah.
Let me say this real quick. What it sounds like, though, is Sean Mommy Chrissy is very. She's very. She can convince you. of her situation. So she's been on YouTube for a long time, and she has a lot of people who don't see any wrong with her having a lot of children at such a young age because they feel like
that's dangerous. That's dangerous.
right, but they feel like if she's taking care of them, it's okay. You know, so you got to understand, Star Mama Sissy has a way of captivating her audience. So when she came out with the part 1 video of her showing her she was pregnant, and then she came out with part 2 explaining the reason, and even me, when I watched part 2, I was almost convinced of what she said. And then I said, well, wait a minute. You know, like,
she's
the
very
fact still
charismatic.
right. The fact still remains that you alluded the fact that you were not pregnant. And why
That's the
would
whole point, though. That's the thing, and it's
Right.
kind of like that's the whole point. That's why I got exactly what you were saying. Like, you know, both of y'all, it's kind of like, it's not like it's your life, yeah, but you know what impression you were given.
Right. What was wrong with having a baby in October that wasn't wrong with having, and I don't mean wrong, why was the timing off for October, November, but it wasn't off for November, December? Because I was born in September.
I think it's because her husband left. That's why I think she was embarrassed about that, and she didn't know what to say. She just covered it up.
You know, I don't know, but it's you know, hey, and I'll say this, I don't have a problem with I don't have a problem with her having as many children as she wants to. That's her business.
Exactly.
It's her body. She's taking the risk. You know, anytime you have a baby, whether it's 1 or a dozen, it's there's a risk every time. You know, the most dangerous thing, well, I wouldn't say the most dangerous, but it's very dangerous for women to have children. It's a very tenuous time when you are having a child. Any of us who have children on this right now could have been dead as our children were coming into the world. So it's, you know, but that's her, you know, that's her risk to take. But the bottom line, it did come off as kind of like, it was taunting. It was kind of made you know, kind of like, hey, you know, and whatever. Hey, I pulled a big trick on you guys, or I pranked you guys. Maybe it came off more of like a prank. Like she revealed the prank. I mean, that's on her. I don't, you know what I mean? I stopped caring at that moment. I felt like Olivia got a lot of flack at that time because people don't like her. And the main thing people said is, why are you bashing her for having more kids? Nobody was talking about her having any children or the amount of children. That is her business. I don't care. What the conversation was more so was the lie, the secret and the lie. Yeah. We were just calling you out. And Olivia called her out. And people went in on Tasha. And people, you know, you guys might not see
I don't even know why they went in on Tasha. I still don't get, because I've literally never watched, ever since I started watching Tasha, I'm like, she's not a mean person. What's your problem? You know what I mean? Well, like neither of y'all never say anything, like, you know, we can all be shady sometimes. I'm not innocent of that either, but it's like, it's not like anybody is like coming out and calling people names and what's wrong with you. Y'all are very nice about your delivery. It's just more of like, I feel like y'all, when y'all state something, it's more of like concern or kind of like do better kind of thing.
Yeah, you know? It's like a call out, just kind of like, hey, calling it out. You know, what's the real tea?
You, do you?
Huh?
I mean, who really? I mean, unless you're. I mean, I don't want obviously you don't want somebody who's always going to be contrary just to be contrary, but I don't want a bunch of yes men around me. Right. I want somebody to be like, hey, I like you, but chief, you know, what are you doing?
Well,
you know?
Because if look, there's people who, if you are in their live chat and you say, oh, I don't like that color lipstick. FUB, get up off my live. You know what I mean? Like if you're not on the train, you're off the train. If you don't, you know.
There's no in between.
But Sammy, thank you for calling in. You know, we are live at least once a week, sometimes twice a week. So don't be a stranger. But we just want to put out there, you know, give some of our other guests this evening a chance to call in. Definitely, you know, we enjoyed you. Thank you for the conversation.
Yeah, Sammy, thanks for calling in, baby. We appreciate you. And I see you in the comments. And thank you so much for being supportive to both our channels and to the live tonight. Baby, stop by anytime. You're always welcome.
Thank you, and thank y'all for being like normal YouTubers.
Oh yes! Oh yay!
No, like,
well, thank you for being a normal subscriber.
Yes.
Yeah,
thank you.
It's refreshing to see people. It's kind of like, okay, they're objective. They're not evil. They're objective. They have their own opinions. You know, it's just like, okay, I can listen to these people and not be like, Jesus Christ, what's the next video?
Right.
You know. So,
oh, thank you.
No problem. And y'all have a good night.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to the lock back.
Y'all. Y'all, you hear the music. You know what that means. The phone lines are open. Tasha, this is my radio voice. Y'all, you know what that means. It's time for you to call in. Go ahead. Come on.
That is hilarious.
Come on, guys.
So basically, what y'all say in the comments
Tasha,
on
I
our
have
video?
a question. Because I saw you doing like a sidebar mukbang when we were talking on the phone. What did you have to eat for dinner, ma'am?
Well, I made enchilada. And they was up there, and I'm smelling it all through the house, baby. I couldn't wait, not another moment.
Those were some enchiladas, because I saw you. I was like, Tasha's over there having a mukbang during our live. What is going on? Did y'all see that?
Yes,
I don't know if y'all
ma'am.
saw that. I'm not trying to like food shame. Tasha, I'm not food shaming. I'm not coming for you. I was not bashing your dinner.
Trying to come for me?
I was not coming for your dinner.
So, you know, I wanted to say something really quick while we're waiting on Sammy, or not Sammy, while we're waiting for someone to call in. We got about 6 more minutes, okay? But I just want to say this. Someone had said in the comments, and I'm sorry if I don't remember who you were, because, you know, but anyway, they had said that Jasmine had said something about being depressed. And that she's so overwhelmed or whatever. And yeah, I understand. I've been in that position myself. But what you got to understand is, although your heart is hurt, the kids can't take care of themselves. So, baby, you got to pull yourself up. Sometimes as a parent, you have to put your feelings to the side and put your kids. I'm not saying she's not putting your kids up front, but you know, like put that to that side. It's gonna hurt. Take that baby to school and then come back home and cry. You know. And I tell her not to love Philip, move on, because I don't know the ins and outs of the relationship. I'm there on a daily basis. One thing I can say is just do better for yourself, baby, because being in a state of depression, you know, it can, you know, being depressed can make you very ill, you know. And if you're ill, like she said, she don't have nobody helping her with her kids. So if something happens to her, I said, who's gonna take care of her kids? You know, you gotta think about that. And when I was in positions like that, where I was going through, a troublesome time in my relationship, I always think about who's gonna take care of my kids. If I feel like I can't do it, who will? And I feel like nobody can take care of my kids more than me. And that will help bring myself out of depression.
Yeah. You know, and I don't know if people realize this or not, and I'm not a doctor, but you can look this up, that, you know, when you are depressed, depression breeds anxiety and anxiety breeds depression. So if you are not aware of that, sometimes that's just something to be aware of. Anxiety can make you depressed, and depression will bring on anxiety. It's like a vicious circle, and sometimes it's really good to step outside of the zone. If the zone that you're in is making you anxious, step out of it. If the life that you're living is making you depressed, get out of it. Even if it's going to the gym, going to the library, like you said, get up, go out, get the kids to school, get yourself a mom break, go get a manicure, a pedicure, go do something for someone else. It makes a difference. So I'm not just talking about Jasmine or anyone specific to this YouTube community. I'm just saying in general, to get over depression, you got to kind of step out of your head, because oftentimes it's a little bit too much thought going on and not in a positive direction, and it can drive you crazy. Okay, guys, we got the phone lines open. We had an awesome caller, Sammy B. Does anyone else want to voice their opinions? We want to hear from you. Tasha, what else is going on?
Girl.
Let me ask, did anyone see Tasha go to St. Louis, y'all? Forget about the Secrets and Lies videos. Did y'all see Tasha? I was waiting to see you do the what was it? The wobble. They were doing the wobble out there at the retirement party.
Girl, let me
they had
about
Bruno
that.
Mars up in there. Huh?
I'm so tired of going to parties, and that's all they want to do is play line dance music. Like, I mean, how many times are we gonna wobble? Like, they played it like 4 times. Like, oh my God.
People like a good old line dance.
Okay, twice is good, 4 and 5, and then they play different versions of it. Like, it was the Chicago
Shuffle.
This. Yeah. I'm like, I was so over this.
Look, you got to have a good old electric slide. At my wedding, I did not want, I don't know what that is that they play a lot now, but I was like, do not play that. It's got to be the original electric slide. If we're going to do any line dance, that's it. But I missed it, of course, because I was outside taking pictures and...
All right, you guys, we just got a few more minutes for the call-in line. If no one calls in, we're going to go ahead and shut it down.
I'm getting everybody. I thought we had some people who were not shy up in here, but we must got a bunch of shy folks.
Yeah, this is your chance to give your opinion, but you leave on comments and different.
I see we got more dislikes. If you gave us a dislike, call us. We'd like to hear from you. I like constructive criticism. You got to have something you want to say. Call us.
Like I said today in my video, I don't care if you give me a like or dislike, because you ain't necessarily got to like what I got to say. Like, it's okay. Now, me personally, I don't do that. When I go to a page or channel and I watch and I don't really engage with the content, I just click off and go on by my business.
Click
like
off.
Leaving a distance was what I do.
Right.
The conference has been unlocked.
Yeah, click off. Tasha, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah. They need to just hashtag click off, right?
Yeah, I just click off the channel. I don't go. But you know what? People just go do what they want to do because they know there's no faith behind the action. So they figure, whatever, Well, you're right.
89 Bennett, you said you're scared because someone might record the live. Who is gonna? So you think if you call in, no one's gonna know it's you. You could say that this is I don't know, Apollonia. No one's gonna know that you calling in is actually 89 Bennett. And if they record the live, trust me, they're probably gonna be coming for me or Tasha. That's okay, but we can handle it. I need a t-shirt that says I was made for this.
unless they coming to knock on your email address door.
Right. Try me. Try me.
Girl. Yeah, they are notorious for so oh yeah, and let me say this, you guys, really quick. As a disclaimer, Francois and I are not liable for anything people say in the comments or on the call in. There is a First Amendment right. People are allowed to say what they want to say. We would just hope and pray that when you call in that you're mature with your conversation, because we're mature with ours. So we would just hope people would reciprocate the same.
Yeah, I mean, we are not professional bloggers. We don't have a blogging site specific to our call-in show. We are not journalists. But of course, we don't want to spread lies about anything. This is just an opinion call-in talk show. And that's all it is. So, but guys, I guess we've gotten to the end of the road, Tasha. I don't know. What do you think? I mean, does anyone else have anything else to talk about? Any questions for me? I see people are saying, Tasha, you are always on point. And then Care Bear says, she sure is, silly mommy. So
yeah, I'm gonna just keep it 1,000. My intentions is never to be disrespectful or harmful. You may not like what I say, but that's because you don't like it. It doesn't mean that I came out to say something to, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, a lot of what I want to say, I don't say because it might offend somebody. So, you know, and I did a video about it. I did a short live about it. You know, when Olivia came on my channel and left a comment, a lot of people are referring that to the fact that because I was talking about Chrissy, that's the reason why Olivia jumped in my bandwagon. But see, what you got to understand is I was discussing Chrissy. There's a difference, y'all. There's a difference between discussing and talking about somebody. I wasn't talking about the women. I didn't say anything negative about the women. The only thing I said was I didn't like the way she presented the information of her being pregnant, because I was led to believe there was no pregnancy, and I was a person who believed her storyline. So that's all that was. Now, Olivia came on to basically say, please do not mention my name and her name in the same sentence. Okay. You know what I mean? And then she proceeded to say, you're all right, you're a real one, or something to the fact that she said people thought, you know, they acted like Beyonce had left a comment on my channel, not discrediting Olivia and who she is, but y'all, like me and Olivia, we have not had lunch together. We haven't even had a phone conversation.
You sure you were not in Dallas, Texas this weekend? Because someone told me they saw you.
If I was, I wouldn't be over Olivia's. Girl, I got friends in Dallas. I'm trying to go see my homegirls, you know.
You went
I used
out
to live in Dallas.
Potato salad with Niecy and Olivia?
No, I'm going to go see my homegirl Brittany.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I got
just checking.
Friend that still lives in Dallas. Yeah. I'm not saying that now. If she invited me, maybe. You know what I'm saying? But we probably have to go to mutual ground though, because you know what I'm saying. But two things really quick.
Yeah, Tasha. So I do want to talk about this really quick. Olivia did talk this week about that she's getting married. That's one thing, but I have to jump in too and mention, thank you for bringing that up, 89 Bennett. Silly Mommy for Life says, I'm actually glad you two are on YouTube, not just because you two are talking about real life topics, but you all vlogs are good on y'all individual channels. Thank you. That's very sweet. We both, you know, we found each other by chance and we formed a friendship. We also formed a good working relationship. So Tasha definitely is a blessing, and I enjoy working with her, and I enjoy also being her friend. But also back on to Olivia, you know what? I have been on the record since the beginning that I was always an Olivia fan. I was disappointed with some of the things that she did, where Tasha said she was disappointed about some stuff about Chrissy and her presentation. I was disappointed, and I've never been shy about saying that. Even when she apologized to everybody, I said, oh, she apologized, but it seemed a little lackluster. It seemed a little empty. You know, wasn't quite sure about it. But I was happy for her. Olivia, I'm happy for her. I want her to get me. I think Gerard seems like a good guy. They too are a young couple. They are not 30 yet. But they have lived their lives. They have 3 children. And if they decide they want to be married and give this thing a go, do it. I mean, marriage is a beautiful thing. I've been married now for 5 years. I've been with my husband almost for 10 years. This August, when we moved in together, lived together for 5 years before we got married. And we had a child before we got married. And I can tell you, and tell her if she's watching, because we know Olivia is looking at, you know, at some channels, that marriage is a wonderful thing, and it can make a good relationship amazing, and it can make a bad relationship worse. So I hope for her that she has a great relationship that needs that final push to being a great relationship, because at the end of the day, nobody can say that Olivia does not want to be married. She wouldn't have had that Mr. and Mrs. sign over her bed. She wouldn't talk about marriage as much as she does, even though she said it didn't seem important. She knows it's important. And she knows, you know, that worry, that anxiety that you have, is he going to marry me? Is he going to be with me? Is whatever, what's our future? All that stuff goes away right after you say, I do. It's done. And, you know, I not that I was really worried whether my husband was going to marry me or not, but I know that once I made it down that aisle, we said, I do. It was like on to the next. It was like a chapter had closed. Any of you out there who are married know exactly what I'm talking about. And it's one of those, once you experience it, just like having a baby, it's one of those things you can't really explain until after it's over. If you marry the right person, it's going to feel different right away, and it's amazing. So I'm a fan of marriage.
You are most definitely right, y'all. And I know what it feels to be with your forever. Me personally, I couldn't see myself with anybody else. Like, I don't even, that's not even a thought. So when I see people out here, like, you know, back to Wendy Williams and Calvin Hunter, you know, cheating on your wife, and or like, I would never fathom the ideal. For one, I'm just a very I'm very dedicated, and you know, don't get me wrong, me and my husband, we do not always see eye to eye on a lot of things, but we have been together going on 20 years. So it's been a long time. Okay. And you know, and we've had our ups and downs, but you know, we move on from that. And that's what people have to do in relationships. Yes, Gerard and Olivia has lived their fallouts on YouTube. Some people say it's for views, some people say it was made up, whatever. I don't think so. I think when they truly had a falling out, like they didn't fell out, you know, some of it, some not. Yeah, but anyway, that's another video. But anyway,
it might be that couple that break up to make up. You know, the ones at the barbecue that's like, girl, they together this week. What's going on? You know. You know.
Yeah, but I just think that if you know their marriage, I've heard them going to get the marriage license and stuff. Like, I don't think the state of Texas would have let them play with their paper like that if it wasn't real. So I think they are truly, you know, trying to go for it, and I hope they make it, because they are young. So I'm not saying young people can't get married, but you know, when you living your life out on YouTube, that could potentially cause some problems. So I'm just hoping that they stand strong in themselves and their relationships. And although sometimes people don't take relationships seriously, I just pray for their sake and their children's sake that they take their marriage more serious. So.
Right. Yeah, because it's not, you know, it's rough out here. and you got to put on, if people can see that there's a crack in your relationship, they will exploit it. Because there are people out here that love to attack a marriage. They want to see the challenge of, just like I wouldn't say Chloe and Tristan because they were not married, but I think Chloe was really proud of her relationship, and I mean proud in more of a puffed up way. Unfortunately, it came back to bite her. But obviously there were cracks in this guy. This guy was not 100%. And these girls out here were all too happy to be in situations with him and be filmed and all that kind of stuff. And that's nobody's fault other than Chloe being a poor judge of a baby's father. But I guess at the end of the day, it's like babies are a blessing. So she got herself a beautiful daughter, and she just needs to count her blessings on that and maybe try, let's try again. So
yeah. So you guys, well, I just want to say this real quick in closing. I appreciate each and every one of you guys that came today to the live. I appreciate everybody who's watching and didn't decide to comment. Like, that counts too. And if you guys would just do me a favor and share our live. If you have friends on Facebook, Instagram that you think would enjoy our live, let them know. Now, will we always be talking YouTube mesh or YouTube-ish? No, you guys, because some things have transpired in the last couple of days that Francois and I are not in agreement with. So, we'll dibble dabble a little bit, but not solely. A lot of this is going to be more about celebrity news, things that's going on in the world, stuff that everybody can relate to. Because it's been a couple people in the comments I've seen didn't even know who Olivia was. You know what I'm saying? So we want to talk about something like everybody know who 50 Cent is. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody know who Wendy Williams is, so we can relate to that. So if you guys would just do us that favor, hey, subscribing. If you guys would just do us that favor and share our live. If you haven't yet, if you're watching and not in the chat, and you haven't yet subscribed to my channel or Francois, go over and do that, y'all. It didn't cost a penny. Like, I promise. I emailed YouTube myself and asked, and they told me no, it's free.
right.
So you can subscribe.
Right.
Now, granted, subscribers, exactly. Francois Vlogs, there you go. I don't have no shirt, but I know who I am.
Right. Tasha, you can get one. It's on Etsy, babe. You can get one.
I gotta glow up, girl. I gotta
glow up. Yes.
But, and if anybody on here that has a channel, we are supportive to channels, other YouTubers, which I gotta understand is everybody who has a channel started off with zero.
Right.
Zero. You gotta work your way up, and it's a struggle. However you do it, right?
And if you're in this live right now and you see someone whose channel you're liking what they're saying, go check them out. Go see if they've got some videos or they want to start. Hey, we all have to, like you said, Tasha, we all start from zero. We all have to support each other. And in doing that, if someone's got a channel that you want to check out, please feel free to do so. You know what I mean? But certainly, our goal here is to build a community between myself and Tasha and all of you guys out there. So definitely we are asking you shamelessly to please make sure that if you are watching this right now, subscribe to both of our channels. That way, the next time that we are going live or our individual content, because we bring the content, you can count on that.
Right. Exactly. So you guys, it's been real and it's been fun. We will be going live again. What's today? We'll go live again this weekend, and it will be on Francois Vlogs channel. So again, if you have not subscribed yet, y'all need to go subscribe and y'all need to click y'all notification bells on. Somebody emailed me today and said, Miss Tasha, I've been watching you all the time and just realized I wasn't even subscribed to your channel. I'm like, oh,
baby.
You know what I'm saying?
You say
so,
baby.
Y'all, okay, I'm like, baby, what is wrong with you? I will say this really quick. The Divine Euro has a channel. Y'all need to go check her out. She is fun. Hey, y'all need to go check her out. 89 Bennett. I believe you have a channel. Just go check her out. Vibing with the Wesley. She just left. She said good night, baby. She has a channel. So if I missed you, I'm so sorry. But yeah, we've been on here for a couple hours now. Scott Squad, hey boo. She has a channel. If you have not yet, go check her out. You know what I'm saying? It's called, supporting each other, right? Even though I do reaction videos, don't mean I don't support people. Like I said before, I'm still subscribed to Squad Mommy Chrissy. I ain't unsubscribed. I'm subscribed to Olivia. I have not unsubscribed. It's not that I dislike any of these women. I just didn't like what they was doing at that time. There's a difference. All right, y'all. Until the next time, y'all be easy. Good night.